Welcome, fellow thrill-seekers and paranormal enthusiasts, to Haunted Nevada, a spine-tingling journey into the supernatural. In the heart of the Silver State, beneath its arid landscapes and rich history, Nevada conceals a haunting secret, a secret that draws seekers of the unexplained from all corners of the world. Our first stop on this chilling tour is the legendary Goldfield Hotel in Goldfield, Nevada, where time has stood still, but the spirits of the past remain very much alive. Then, we'll check into the elegant Mizpah Hotel in Tonopah, where luxury meets the supernatural, where a cursed miner's restless spirit is said to roam. And finally, we'll dare to venture into the ghostly remnants of Rhyolite Ghost Town near Beatty, where the living and the dead engage in a spine-tingling showdown. So, fasten your seatbelts, brace yourself for the unknown, and join us on this hair-raising expedition through the most haunted locations in Nevada. In this land, history and the paranormal collide in the most chilling way imaginable. Nestled in the desolate town of Goldfield, Nevada, stands the ominous Goldfield Hotel, a place shrouded in mystery and darkness. Abandoned for decades, the building's eerie ambience sets the stage for a spine-chilling tale of the paranormal. It was listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1982 as a contributing property in the Goldfield Historic District. While the Goldfield Hotel was once famous as the most lavish hotel in Nevada's biggest and wealthiest boomtown of its era, the historic building is renowned for being another thing altogether, one of the scariest places on Earth, and the entire country, drawing paranormal pros from all over. Built in 1908 during the Gold Rush era, the Goldfield Hotel was once a symbol of opulence and wealth, but it hides a dark and haunted history. Designed by architect George E. Holsworth, the hotel included 154 rooms, each equipped with telephones, electric lights, and steam heat. Legend has it that a river of champagne was poured down the front steps when it opened. It was proclaimed as the most beautiful hotel between Chicago and San Francisco, and it spoke to the stature and the excess of the man who owned it and the entire town, George Wingfield. A local historian recounts the tragic events that led to the hotel's haunting, involving a love triangle, betrayal, and revenge. Shortly after the hotel was built, it was sold to mining magnate George Wingfield, the primary owner of the Goldfield Consolidated Mines Company, and hotel entrepreneur Casey McDaniel. As the Goldfield Consolidated Mines Company owner, Wingfield was a multimillionaire by the age of 30 and became a political powerhouse in the state of Nevada. After making his fortune in the goldfields, he went on to own a chain of banks, numerous ranches, and several Reno hotels, in addition to his interest in the Goldfield Hotel and the Bonanza Hotel Company. However, just because the hotel is shut up, doesn't mean it's unoccupied. Though there are many ghosts and specters that are said to haunt the lavish hotel, the most well-known is a woman known as Elizabeth. The legend goes that George Wingfield, the second owner of the hotel, was Elizabeth's most prolific customer, as a lady of the night, that is, a popular career for women during the boomtown years. It's said that Elizabeth became pregnant with Wingfield's child, which would have been a major scandal for a titan such as Wingfield, who was not only a multimillionaire, owning properties all over Nevada, but was a major politician during the day as well. Wingfield paid Elizabeth off for some time, but as she began to show, she wanted him to do his part in taking care of their child. So, instead, Wingfield kidnapped Elizabeth and stashed her away in room 109, chaining her to a radiator until she gave birth. For months, she begged for mercy and called out for help, but was never released from her imprisonment. Some people say she died in childbirth, others say Wingfield murdered her shortly after the baby was born. Afterwards, as the legend goes, Wingfield took the newborn babe and tossed it down a mine shaft to hide the evidence of his scandal. People say Wingfield was forever cursed by the terrible deed, leading to the ruin of his fortune. In 1932, 12 of his banks collapsed, which almost led to the complete economic ruin of Nevada. Visitors and thrill-seekers who tour the hotel often report seeing Elizabeth wandering the halls looking for her lost child. She is said to be wearing a white gown, with long flowing hair, and a miserable expression. During the night, you can hear her calling for her child as she searches the rooms of the dilapidated hotel. In room 109, in which she spent the last, agonizing months of her life, it is said to be intensely cold, and no amount of heat can warm it. A baby's cry can often be heard from the mine shafts beneath the hotel. In addition to Elizabeth, there is said to be an array of additional spirits that make themselves known to visitors. George Wingfield is said to haunt the hotel, and people say they can still smell his cigar smoke through the hotel. People are said to have found fresh cigar ashes in his room on the first floor. Investigators have uncovered hidden rooms, revealing artifacts that tie into the tragic history. As the way in most of Nevada's history, a massive fire in 1923 devoured the town, and 27 blocks were destroyed in its wake. Built in 1907, the Mizpah Hotel located in Tonopah has been a huge oasis of comfort in Nevada's stark high desert. With solid granite walls, leaded glass windows, and Victorian-era luxury accessories, the hotel featured solid oak furniture, hot and cold running water, steam heat, brass chandeliers, stained glass windows, and an electric elevator, one of the first in the state. At 5 stories, it was also the tallest building in the state of Nevada at the time. Tonopah, Nevada is one of these towns. Equal parts Wild West saloon town, remote desert hideaway, and hotbed for prospecting politicians and corporations. Tonopah has a rich and varied past. It was once the home of Wyatt Earp, the site of Howard Hughes' secret wedding to Jean Peters, and a meeting place for Senators Key Pittman and George Nixon. Howard Hughes Summa Corporation once owned 100 mine claims in Tonopah. The Tiffany Company, known around the world for turquoise jewelry, silver, and stained glass, mined for turquoise in the Royston Hills in the early 1900s. Jack Dempsey, remembered today as the legend of boxing, was the heavyweight champion of the world from 1919 to 1926. But did you know that Jack Dempsey's first bouts were bare-knuckle brawls in Tonopah and Goldfield? Some of those fights lasted 25 rounds. Dempsey was also a miner, gambler, and bouncer before finding fame as a boxer. Key Pittman was a United States Senator from Nevada from 1913 to 1940. He was very fond of Tonopah and was a frequent guest at the Mizpah Hotel. Legend has it that Senator Pittman died of a heart attack on the eve of the 1940 election, and supporters kept his body on ice in a Mizpah bathtub until the election was over and his successor could be appointed. While some dispute the story, others insist on its accuracy. One spirit reported at the Mizpah Hotel is that of Rose, a murdered lady of the night. Guests report her presence after their items mysteriously move from one place to another. Rose was a high-class lady of the night who lived on the top floor of the Mizpah. She was strangled in the hotel by a jealous John-turned-lover who wanted her to stop her line of work. Despite her violent demise, she is said to whisper sweet nothings to men in the elevator and even leave pearls, supposedly from her broken necklace, on guests' pillows. Rose isn't the only spirit at the Mizpah. There's also a nameless soldier who is reported to haunt the 3rd and 4th floors of the hotel. His name is unknown, all that is known is that he died at the Mizpah Hotel. There's also a pair of ghostly children who haunt the 3rd floor. They're known to play pranks on the guests and are most often seen in hotel rooms and hallways. Multiple guests have reported hearing giggling and seeing their doors open and shut on their own. Down the street from the Mizpah Hotel lies the Tonopah Cemetery and Clown Motel. There's even a so-called curse that sits over Tonopah. Rhyolite Ghost Town, Beatty. Our final destination is the spectral Rhyolite Ghost Town near Beatty, Nevada. Once a bustling gold mining town, it now stands frozen in time. Urban explorers have encountered unexplained phenomena, mysterious lights, and ghostly apparitions. Nevada is a state filled with history, and some of that history seems to have lingered in the form of restless spirits. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, these haunted locations in Nevada offer a chilling glimpse into the unknown. Thank you for joining us on this journey through haunted Nevada. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow paranormal enthusiasts.